Here we go. You are live.
America, welcome to sports in layman's terms. I'm your guy, Willie Soso, and to my left we have...
Always here, always on time, and I'm a work in progress. Even though I'm working in progress, so you can't get mad at me.
Again, this is sports in layman's terms. Willie Soso, work in progress in the building. Y'all know how we get down, beaming live from our favorite watering hole, Snookers, Livonia. And y'all know what we do, man. No coach speak, no media spin. Just some guys at the bar having drinks, talking sports. So let's get right into it.
Yes, dude.
Are you ready for college football, man?
Yes. I'm
you?
actually ready.
You ready?
I'm ready to see. I'm pretty excited about it this year.
Huh.
Shit.
Well, we're going to let me start off by saying this. America, we're not counting last week. We don't count week 0.
I ain't nobody played last week. Who played?
A bunch of people,
I just wait for the first big week.
And here he is.
When the big boys come in.
Starting tomorrow. We got a more specifically and close to home, we got Michigan State coming up Friday playing Central, and Saturday we have Michigan playing Eastern Carolina University.
It'll be a tough game.
Yeah. Point spread is 35 and a half.
I'm just saying Harbaugh and coach will be a tough game.
Right. America, let me be very, very clear with y'all about something real quick. I don't care about week 0, and I care just a little bit less about week 1. Here's why. These Power 5 teams play cupcake schedules for like the first 3 or 4 weeks of the year.
Ain't true.
It's really not worth it.
I get it. The majority of them, Alabama got a tough fucking game first game. They first game tough.
Who?
Alabama.
Who they play first?
I think it's West Virginia.
West Virginia.
Man, don't push it.
West Virginia?
Really? Let me double check it. Yeah, I think it's West Virginia though.
West Virginia.
Yeah, man. Come on.
West Virginia isn't even sure they have a conference, let alone being tough.
Stop it.
But America, I bring this to you all.
Their first game is a cakewalk. You're right. They walk.
Okay.
But their second game is tough.
But America, I bring this to you for a specific reason. Like I said, Michigan plays Eastern Carolina University this weekend, and Michigan's head coach, Jim Harbaugh, y'all know how that's going down. I'm not even going to rehash any of that because it's a bunch of bullshit. But he's suspended for the first 3 games of the season.
Oh, my God.
All cakewalks. Don't care. But media day was, I believe, Monday.
Yes.
And of course, he gave you the whole, I can't speak on my suspension, blah, blah, blah. So we're not going to speak on his suspension, blah, blah, blah. But he said something else. And it goes to my disdain for week 0 and week 1. He wants, first and foremost, for the NCAA to grow a pair of balls and correct this NIL situation. Let me preface the following statements. We know this isn't going to happen, but it's a really, really good idea, even if it did come from Jim Harbaugh.
Let me correct it.
Just hear me out.
I know what he said. But
he wants there to be a profit sharing, which, ironically, I agree with him, and I've been saying that for the longest. So versus letting it be the Wild Wild West. If the schools are going to make money off the backs of these players,
which they always have,
they should share in that profit. The players should share in that profit, period. If you go this game this weekend, Michigan versus ECU, you could probably get a ticket to that game for like $1.50.
Nobody cares.
Because nobody cares. But when this game is Ohio State, those tickets
$1,000.
Correct.
Just sit in the back room.
Absolutely.
Well, okay, but
they're making money off of the players.
they've
They're
been
making money off of the
players
brands,
for the whole time. The NCAA
and that should
NCAA been the
change.
thing.
That should
It already changed.
change.
You got the NIL.
Well, no, they're still making money off their backs.
Correct. And
If you go
get
to a
money.
student union to buy a JJ McCarthy jersey, it's gonna cost you out the nose, and JJ McCarthy don't see none of that. All I'm saying is, in lieu of NIL versus boosters bringing the money above the table and just handing the bags of money to the kid, actually have a profit sharing where you can legitimately see where the money is coming from, how and who gets
it. You don't think that, and I'm all for them getting paid. Not everybody though, but if you don't think that if they was to do the profit sharing with the kids, now we're gonna have to eliminate some scholarships.
Well, why would they have to eliminate scholarships? They're doing NIL and they haven't eliminated scholarships.
Because NIL ain't taking away their money.
They're not what?
Take away from the college money. Yeah, don't take from the college money.
Okay, that's a fair point.
But if you start saying that we're gonna have to share this money with you, we can't give all the scholarships we give out.
That is well, no, hold on. I get your point, and you're not wrong, except for even with profit sharing, they're still turning the profit. And make no mistake about it, they're turning a profit. And I'm not saying that we're talking about some type of 50-50 split either.
I'm saying, of course, what you're talking about. But if you talk about,
I tell you what,
giving them peanuts, though, what's the point?
No, I'm not saying give them peanuts. Dog, they have $1 billion with a
not
B,
every school.
$1 billion TV
You just thinking of the big time people. So we don't hold on. We want to get profit. Hold on. We want to get profit sharing to the big schools and fuck the other ones.
No, because even at the smaller schools,
yeah,
they're making money hand over fist.
They ain't making what Michigan making. They ain't making Ohio State making. They ain't making what Alabama.
So maybe you have
USC.
Okay, so maybe you just have a big pool and split it all the way around, conference per conference.
That ain't gonna happen either.
I know it's not gonna happen. Just an idea. Jim Harbaugh brought it up.
Because he knew he wasn't listening to his dumb ass.
I actually happen to agree with him. I've been sort of kind of saying have some semblance of this for the longest. But
I won't say profit sharing, but I've always been a believer they should pay these kids something. Yes, you give them a scholarship and that's the school, but then you can't go to the school being poor.
Now it's straight up just pay for play with the NIL the way that it is. And whatever.
But you got to be an elite player to get that.
Not even elite players. I think SMU, every single player on the team gets $38,000 a year just for being on the team.
That's thanks to one man though.
Huh?
That's thanks to one man though.
Whomever it's thanks to.
You know who that did that.
Thanks to whomever it may be.
And that's all I'm saying. And that's when Nick Saban stepped out there and said he's cheating. He ain't cheating.
No, SMU. You're talking about the shit between him and Jimbo Fisher. He's at Texas.
I'm talking about between him and Deion Sanders.
What? Deion Sanders wasn't at SMU neither. He was at Jackson. Southern. He was at Jackson State.
I think it's Southern.
No. Get your schools right.
Yeah, but, he moves around like a goddamn people.
At bare minimum, the reason I bring it up is because at least there will be some uniform form of NIL versus the way it is now. NIL is different in Alabama than it is in Michigan, as it is in Ohio, and it is in Tennessee. And the fact that there is no regulation to it sort of kind of screws things over.
But each state got his own rules, like any other thing.
And that shouldn't.
Besides football and everything, each state got his own rules on everything.
That should not be. That's my point. Come up with some uniform form of NIL, and this might be it. It might actually level the playing field like what NIL was meant to do in the first place. This shit they got right now is a bastardized version of what the initial idea was.
Let's think about this. A team from New York, Syracuse, where the standard of living in New York is so fucking high, you can't get them the same money. You can Michigan.
You can adjust for that, but at least have some type of regulation. You can adjust for all of that, but have some type of regulation.
Then it can be straight across the board clean. Then, if you want to adjust for it,
you can. It can still be done, even if you have said adjustments for things like cost of living. You can do it. It's not going to get done because, well, even the way NIL is set up now, you think that some of these schools ain't getting money? Look at what happened at Memphis with Penny Hardaway. They were setting up the deals and almost caught an NCAA violation for it. But it's pie in the sky thinking. Speaking of pie in the sky thinking, here's something else that I want to want for us to consider. Next year, they're moving to a 12-team playoff.
Yep.
And I just read an article today.
The 12, I thought it was 8.
12.
Okay.
Well, I just read an article today where, with all of this conference realigning, they're reconsidering how they're going to do the 12-team playoff.
They got no choice.
Yeah. So, with that said, I got some more pie in the sky thinking. Tell me what you think of this.
For pie in the sky. Go ahead.
Yeah. Tell me what you think of this. You have 8 conferences, 16 teams apiece. Split them up into divisions per conference. Play the schedule.
Now, your 8 conferences and your 16 teams please include the mid-majors?
Yes, it includes everybody.
I'm just wondering, okay.
It includes everybody. Oh, and let me add this caveat real quick, Notre Dame. Don't get in the conference and see what happens. Moving forward.
It's Notre Dame if you're going to get it right. Go ahead.
Fuck them hoity-toity fuckers. Anyway, 18 divisions. You play everybody in your conference. In your division. That's 7 games, right? Play 2 or 3 cross division games, right? So that's, let's say you play 3. So that's 10. Then you could pick your 2 non-conference. So Alabama and Michigan can still get their little cream puffs in there.
Wow.
That's 12 games. At the end of that, you have 2 leaders of the division. There's your conference championship. They play, and they all move on to an 8-team playoff. Everybody involved has an opportunity to make the playoffs. Everybody involved can probably get in on this TV money. And it's a fair shake across the board.
So I'm going to say this.
One last thing. Reinstate the geography to this shit so you don't have teams from the West Coast playing in the ACC. Now I'm done. What do you think about it?
I'm going to say this. That sounds like a fairy tale. I don't know if it's in that water or in that drink, but that shit still kicked the majors in the ass because the big boys get all the talent and they still going to run them over.
Well, here's perhaps a byproduct of actually putting them all in specific conferences. First of all, geographically speaking, you might find that you wound up with some parity because now maybe the 5-star recruit, the 5-star quarterback, he might be from right around the corner at Tulane.
He not going to go to Tulane, though.
Why not?
Because let me think. Let's think about this. You got your 8 divisions. You got the teams. You still got the big boys, right? Let's see. Say, where's Tulane? What's the state Tulane again?
I don't even know.
I know this. Goddamn. Anyway,
I want to say Louisiana, but I don't know.
Anyway, let's do this. So they take Tulane's down there. You got LSU. You got Alabama in that division. Why would you go to Tulane or you go to LSU with Alabama? Even in this 8 division, it's not fair because you get more exposure, you get better training. Don't think like that school ain't better than Tulane. Alabama ain't better school than fucking Tulane. You get a better education too, motherfucker.
Tulane is you would definitely get a better education at Tulane, but that's not what we're talking about. We're not even going to act like this is about education because it ain't. We know that's not the point.
So who you think gonna get the better experience going to the NFL at Tulane or at motherfucking Alabama?
Here's one thing that winds up happening if you change it. This common thought process that you're using right now.
It's not common.
It is, but this thought process that you're using right now, it might change because anybody that decides to go to Tulane right now, as constituted, they know they have no shot at going to a college playoff, let alone a college championship. They know that. When they sign their letter of intent to go to Tulane,
and if you put them in the conference with other big boys, they still got no shot.
That, and it might take a minute, but that might
it'd be a hard time.
Especially,
we'll never see
especially if some of these 5 stars have more familiarity with, say, the Cincinnatis or the Tulanes or insert mid-major
I
here.
don't care how much Cincinnati has to do it. They're not gonna go there, and if they got a shot to go to one of the big boys.
How do you get the shot to go to the big boys? It's not just about going to Alabama. It's about the exposure that you get. And if you put them in uniform conferences, guess what? Everybody now gets exposure.
No,
everybody.
It's not about going exposure. It's not about exposure.
It absolutely is about exposure.
Exposure. You're right. Hold on. But what exposure to what? Exposure to the talented individuals who can take you. Hold on. Wait a minute. The talented coaches who can take you to the next level. They don't have that at Tulane. They got it at Alabama. They don't have that at Cincinnati. They got that shit motherfucking LSU.
Exposure to the masses. TV. This is
about TV.
Why do you think they're realigning conferences right now?
That's about money in their pockets.
And why do you think that the players are okay with doing it and the transfer portal and they're moving to here to there to so forth and so on?
Because some of them don't get to play at some of these schools. They want to go play.
So that they can get seen, so that there's tape, so that they can move on to the
perfect. I give you a perfect example.
That's the whole point.
But you won't. How many people get drafted from Tulane? Just say though.
Not as many as Alabama at present.
So my point is this.
But there's a reason for that.
Perfect example. Jalen Hurts was at Alabama, right? Bryce Young comes in, takes his job.
No, Tua Tagovailoa.
Tua Tagovailoa, you're right. Comes in, takes his job. He transferred protocol because he knew he could play and goes to Oklahoma. Another big, powerful team. That's the exposure they want.
You're missing the whole point of the exercise.
I hear what you're saying. Because the end of the division, they get exposure. No, that won't happen.
You uniform it, then everybody is going to get that exposure.
It's not a fair shake still, though.
It can be.
It won't be.
It can be.
And so you think, hold on. So you think just because you put them in there with Alabama, that they gonna get the same exposure Alabama get? No, everybody can't get TV deals.
They will. They get
TV money.
No. They get conference deals. It's not like they're just going to put Alabama on TV. And let's say it is. Everybody wants to see Alabama. Well, guess what? Say Alabama and Tulane are in the same conference. They're not playing on separate television sets.
That's correct.
Sets, which means exposure for who? Okay, then.
You can't put everybody on TV.
You can.
Not every week. You can't.
You absolutely can.
There's nobody tuning into the Tulane game on ESPN.
The people down south are. You think that the games that we get on the Big Ten Network are being broadcast in California? No.
Now they will be. You'll see that.
Of course not. But the point is, there will be exposure, and them TV deals get bigger and bigger every year.
All I'm saying is this,
and it would benefit.
All I'm saying, it's a dream. It's a dream thing that you're talking about.
I know it's not going to happen.
Listen. It's not going to happen. I know you want parity across the board, but even though if you put that together, it wouldn't be parity. It's never going to happen.
It's not going to happen, but if it did, it could be, and I'd be
all parity. If you put it together, it won't be parity.
Yeah, whatever.
Because the Power 5 still going to be Power 5.
It won't.
Okay.
Anyway, let's move on to something else. So, baseball is
coming to an end.
Surely moving out of the way for football. Cool. But some of the most amazing shit happens in baseball. And I don't mean that in a good way.
We can talk about the players.
In the past week, we've had Wander Franco, right?
Yep.
Under investigation for perhaps being a sexual predator.
Still investigating that motherfucker.
And then there's this.
R. Kelly, give him tips. Go ahead.
That was just wrong. That was just wrong. That was just wrong. A few nights ago, some crazed fans rushed the field during the Colorado Rockies Atlanta Braves game so that they could take selfies with Ronald Acuna Jr., Atlanta Braves outfielder, all-star MVP candidate. 2 of them. And there was a third on the way.
I'm actually wondering, you ever listen to back in the day when you listened to the Breakfast Club?
What about it?
So let's play the game.
Hold on. Because let's play this game.
Right?
I do. And we could play this game about 2 stories. Well, you know what? Okay, fine. Let's play this game.
Do both stories.
They were white. Yeah. They were white. They were white.
Go ahead, they finish.
All right. They rushed the field, not Ronald Acuna down, they're trying to take pictures with him. Security comes and they're literally holding on to him, won't let go.
Like they babies and shit.
Right. A few days before that, there was a shooting outside of the Chicago White Sox stadium, or so they say. Fast forward to yesterday, come to find out the shooting wasn't outside. The shooting actually occurred inside, and it was said to be an accidental shooting. Want to play the game on this one?
I'm going to say they were of the Caucasian persuasion.
I believe so.
Yeah.
But somehow or another, I think the woman, there was a 42-year-old and 26-year-old. I don't remember which one had the gun, but it was two women who wound up getting shot. One gets shot in the stomach,
different.
And the other one gets grazed, didn't even need medical attention. But the one that snuck the gun in, snuck it in.
So hold on,
America.
Hold on.
I can't make this up.
Hold on.
Uh-huh.
Because I didn't hear about that one, but they snuck into the stadium?
That's
bad.
stadium.
That's bad security.
She had it in between. America, I can't make this up. I'm not fat shaming. She had it in between rows of fat.
Well, she's a big girl then.
Big girl.
She should have been a smuggler of cocaine. She's been a mule for cocaine.
She could have been a mule, more like a hippopotamus. But
wow.
My point is, we're hearing about this type of stuff in sports now. We're hearing about folks throwing shit at people, at entertainers, at concerts.
They've been throwing shit at people all the time.
Yeah, but it's a rash of
They threw a shoe at the goddamn president.
Somebody throwing their panties at Teddy Pendergrass is a little bit different than throwing cans of beer at Nicki Minaj or whatever. But have we reached the point that we need to have like max security at sporting events? Because when I read these two stories, the first thing that I thought about was NBA games.
Yeah.
NBA in the NBA,
so close proximity to the fucking players.
The fans are literally right on at some games.
Throwing beer on people.
There are fans literally right there on the bench.
Yep.
Right next to the players. We have a real big problem with security apparently, and B, this could happen at any sporting event.
Yeah.
I think that's a huge, huge problem.
So I'm gonna say this. I'm my personal opinion from my previous profession. I think security should be tightened all the way around, no matter with sports or entertainment, anything. I don't believe fans, like you say, should be sitting that close to the players at an NBA game. Mm-hmm. They should at least be a row where they don't sit there. They should have at Major League Baseball games. They used to have the guys standing around so people would jump on the crew, you tackle them right away. I think they need more people standing around to do that. At concerts, they try to check all the bags they can, but come on now, you know people sneak stuff in there.
This is what I'm saying, man.
I think we are here for better security.
This is where we're at in society now.
Yeah,
huh?
Yeah, we are. We've been there.
You got to lock down concerts and sporting events and for what?
And I think now, and on your previous story, I believe we should check all rows. I ain't talking about it in the stadium.
That was rude. That was really, really rude.
I'm just saying. Guy, if you got a lot of male security personnel, they don't really, and you know this, they don't really have the authority to.
It's a liability.
Not supposed to.
Yeah.
They're supposed to call a female in to do it.
Yes.
But if you don't have a female on staff that day, then what you supposed to do? And that's how she probably got it. She went through a gate, a lot of males. They didn't have a female on staff to come over there to do something, and she got that through.
I mean, maybe. I don't know.
I don't know what you
I don't know how.
I don't know. Now, I'm going to say this. Sometimes I take my firearm but I'm different. I have authority to do that. But But I don't know why would you need a firearm at a game.
And that's my biggest point, because along with saying that perhaps we actually do need more security at sporting events and entertainment venues, what the fuck are you doing, America? What are you doing?
She was at a ball game, right? The White Sox game, right?
Yes, it was.
Maybe
White
they
Sox
hit a home run.
versus
She's gonna shoot somebody.
Athletics. What? Under what guise?
I don't get it.
Do you think you need a firearm at a sporting event?
I don't get it.
And jackass, what? Where in your right mind did you think it was okay to run onto the field and tackle a professional athlete?
That's not a first.
I know it's not a first, but it's fucking dumb. It's just dumb. What is going? Somewhere in the psyche now, searching for the 15 minutes of fame, and I know that's not new either.
Yeah.
But now it is more necessary to some than perhaps it has been.
Well, back in the day, your 15 minutes of fame lasted literally 15 minutes of fame because you.
And so was this.
Have all, hold on, wait a minute. We have all the social media stuff. Now this might last a bit longer because of social media. So now they're trying for more than 50 minutes of fame. They're trying for, first of all, jail time. Anyway, second of all,
right to go viral.
Yeah.
People are that thirsty to go viral.
People are thirsty, more thirsty than that. Because if they get monetized, you gotta go. They look at it as a paycheck now. They might have loved the player though, but they said, how can I use this to their benefit?
That is a sad state of affairs in this world.
Well, you know we had in this world. It's all about how much you can get from what you can do.
Yeah, I know. I do know.
I've never run on the field. I'm telling you that now because I don't like getting tackled. I'm gonna start fighting.
Listen, if I'm a professional athlete, if I'm right on the corner in that situation,
I'm hitting somebody.
I'm knocking people the fuck out.
I'm hitting somebody.
I'm not waiting on fat ass security to come. And did you see the security? Did you see him?
Whatever that one guy, maybe.
I'm not waiting on fat ass security to come and save me. I'm knocking them fuck out. Y'all can find me, do whatever the fuck you want.
Well,
I dare you to try to. I dare them to try to sue me.
Well, they will go for that. That's the best move.
I dare you to try to sue me.
You hit me in my face. Well, you
were
me,
on the fucking field. I dare you to try to sue me.
That happened in an NFL game a couple of years back,
and
the guy tackled the man. They tried to. Matter of fact, I think it was a Rams player, and he tackled the man,
laid his ass out,
and they tried to sue him. Yeah, and the guy like, you was on the field, dude.
Nothing.
You part of
nothing
the game
came
now.
of it. Absolutely,
nope, you part of the game now.
Absolutely.
I can knock you out if I want to.
For real. Well, let's get to what we really care about.
Tennis? Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, Coco Gauff did win a doubles match today.
Whatever.
I like Coco Gauff. She crying
too.
But I like Coco Gauff.
I like watching tennis from females. I watch males sparingly, but I like watching.
I like Coco Gauff.
If I watch a male game, it's gonna be the championship.
Anyway,
it's gonna be a championship game.
Let's talk about the NFL. Football is king. So, well, yeah, we know that everybody cut day was yesterday. Everybody got down to their 53-man roster. Now they making adjustments and tweaks. Not gonna bore you with the minutia of that. But a couple of things still hanging out there and lingering as far as the NFL offseason are concerned as we move to opening day, which my Lions are going to beat the Kansas City Royals on September 7th.
Hold up. Kansas City Royals.
Kansas City Chiefs, I'm sorry.
Hold up. America, hold up 1 minute. Hold the fuck up on that one.
Why you keep stopping the show?
I'm the only one to pick the Lions to win. Y'all picked them motherfuckers to lose.
I did not pick them to lose.
You picked them to lose, Kansas City.
I didn't say whether they would win or lose.
We're going to go back and look at that one.
I said they would cover.
You said they were going to lose that game.
I wasn't sure. I said they would cover.
Wow. I can't believe it's the lies for me, America.
I said they would cover, but I have since pivoted. And yes, I believe they will win.
I chose them to beat them.
We're gonna make these picks. We're gonna make these picks and official.
I can't wait to franchise return next week. Wow.
We're gonna make these picks, but that's not what we're here to talk about right now. We're here to talk once more about an underpaid running back.
Here we go, them motherfuckers again.
Yeah. So 2 things happened. One, Josh Jacobs finally gave in. Settled for
he got
one.
more than Saquon Barkley. What the fuck you mean gave in?
Barely $1 million more.
2.
Just barely. It's up to 12 million. Saquon's was up to 11. He settled for a 1-year deal for up to $12 million. In the interim, one Jonathan Taylor from the Indianapolis Colts was given permission to go seek a trade. This was such a dummy move.
I know, you know, he knew he wasn't going nowhere.
Yeah, this was such a dummy move. Such a dummy move.
What's the own name? Jim. What's his name?
Jim Irsay. So yeah, he's an idiot. He's still an idiot. But so here's what he did though. He said, "Yeah, go ahead, go seek your trade. You and your agent seek your trade, a la like Lamar Jackson, right?
Right.
But don't come back up in here without less than a first round pick." That's where it starts. America, it was a dummy move. It was a dummy. They literally said,
hold on. If I'm
Jonathan Taylor on a dummy mission.
If I'm Taylor and his agent at that point, and I'm saying his agent's an idiot. If I'm Taylor's agent, you tell me that, I'm saying, okay, hold on, my man. We have an argument at that point. Because if he was the first round pick you try to get.
Oh, you mean like they did in LA with the LA Chargers with Austin Eckler?
Did him and the agent they had an argument with the owner?
No, they had to. They made the same argument that you're making right now.
I'm saying this though. If I'm the agent and they tell me this, I'm in the office next morning with this motherfucker. We argue.
Okay, that's fine. You can argue all you want. They're still not going to pay you, and they're still not going to allow you to be traded for anything less than a first round pick. So now what?
My being like, don't disrespect my player then.
And they're going to say fuck you, and they're
don't
still going to
disrespect my client,
and they're still going to underpay him. So
I got him a first round pick though.
I wouldn't have.
I would have got a pick around 2033. I'd hand that motherfucker.
Who the hell is going to do that? Come on, man.
Hey, I worked out for 2033. You got to dig your first round pick.
Well, you know this was a dummy mission.
It was.
They sent him out
here.
They
knew exactly what they wanted.
They knew exactly what was going to happen. They knew exactly what they were trying to do.
In the long run, they screwed themselves anyway.
They did, because now he's still at a position where he might hold out.
He can't play till week 6. They put him on the
PUP.
Yeah, the PUP.
Well,
and now he can't play this week 6.
Well, there's this. They still have an opportunity to take him off of the PUP list. I don't know. I don't even know if he is hurt or if he actually isn't hurt.
Even though he's on the list, when they took him, I think he's off already, but he still can't play the week 6.
I didn't hear that.
You better look that up again.
No, but they screwed themselves even further, because whether he can or can't play, their backup is hurt. He has a broken arm. So now they're down to RB3 and they're haggling with him over what they're going to pay him.
You know, if I was Taylor, this is me being petty. If I was Taylor, decide what they're going to sign me for, every time they hand me the ball, I'll fucking down it. I swear to God, I'll be sitting on the bench.
Yep, you'll be on the bench and you'd probably get fined by the NFL.
For what?
Man, stranger things have happened. I get the
what
point.
What they going to fine me for?
And yes, that is petty as hell.
I'll be petty as fuck.
That's petty.
You want to fuck with me? I'm gonna fuck your whole game up. You'll be sitting me on the bench and paying me.
Hey,
I'll twirl on your ass.
Hey, that's not gonna happen. Yeah, but I'm not gonna. I would love to see that.
Disrespected me the whole fucking
I would love to see it. It's not gonna happen, but I would love to see that. Anyway, speaking of potentially holding out, we had this conversation last week. I said 2 weeks out. Chris Jones, still no new deal. Not Joey. Nick Bosa.
Nick Bosa
still hasn't signed the deal.
Nick Bosa will be there for game 1.
He literally has 10 days.
Okay.
And Chris Jones has less than that. He has 7.
I never said Chris Jones is going to play the first game.
Look, man.
I said Nick Bosa will be there for game 1.
I'm telling you. I will concede that Nick Bosa will probably be back before Chris Jones.
Yeah.
But both these guys gonna miss some games. 1 or more.
I don't believe Nick Bosa's gonna miss the game. I don't. Chris Jones might miss. He might.
Which is bad look. I really only need him to miss 1, but you know.
Half the season.
I don't know, man. They've been. This is why I'm keep bringing up the Nick Bosa thing, because they've been talking about it all summer, like, oh, it's just a formality. Oh no, we'll get to it.
They will.
And here we are, literally a week before the season starts, and still nothing.
I think they got something already in the making. They just ain't did nothing about it.
I don't know.
I think it's AJ. Hold on, Chris. Don't sign it yet. Wait about 2 days for the game start, then sign it.
For why? What would be the point of that?
See if we can sweat some more money out of them.
America, Nick Bosa and Chris Jones, defensive ends for the 49ers and the Chiefs, respectively, are going to miss one or more games of the upcoming NFL season.
Nick Bosa won't miss a game.
Okay, we'll see.
And you can bet his check on that. Not mine, his.
No, don't bet mine.
I do believe Nick Bosa be there. I don't see him miss no games though. I think he'll be there.
All right. Well, I mean, we'll see. We got 10 days to find out.
10 days, yep.
All right. Last order of business here. I know we haven't really talked about it much, but there have been some things.
Before we get to that.
Why you keep interrupting? Go ahead.
I just want to update on our fucking bet. Where the Tigers at? Where the Tigers at right now? Did they lose yesterday?
They're losing.
Yankees spanked them.
I believe they're currently in the process of losing right now.
Damn, they playing the Yankees again, huh?
But
possible playoff team.
But no, they're not. No, they're in last place.
They're in the race.
No, they're in last place.
They're over 500. They're in the race.
No, they're not. No, they're not.
Look at man. All I know is they beat the Tigers.
Yes, they are. But I've already conceded that the Tigers aren't going to the playoffs. That's not what the bet is. We're talking about that 72
game.
And the magic number, America, is now 13. 13. Last week,
with 30 games left.
13 out of 30 games.
They ain't gonna do it.
You might as well just give me my money now.
They gonna win 10 games and lose 20.
Which will leave them with another 3 to get the other 3.
They're not gonna do it, man.
Watch. America, for those of you who don't know,
this is the toughest part of their record. The toughest part
Whip and I have a bet that the Tigers will not win more than 71 games.
2.
All they have to do is win 13 games. They're at 72 and whatever. And they win. I win. You might as well give me my 20 now.
It's not gonna happen.
Watch it happen.
You got too much faith in the Tigers.
I just have faith in 72 and 90. Yeah. Not gonna do it. That's 18 games under.
They're gonna lose 100 games, dog.
Come on, man. Stop that.
They're gonna lose 100 games.
All right. Let's move on to the last order of business for the
62
day.
62 and 100. That's big.
Oh, stop it. Talking about like they're gonna literally. You think they're only gonna lose or win 3 more games for the season? Get out of here.
All right, now what
NBA.
Next week we'll watch again next week.
NBA offseason. We've talked about.
There's no offseason NBA. Go ahead.
It is. There's no playing right now. There's actually.
Are they playing right now? There is no offseason NBA. Let me tell you something. If you got an offseason NBA as a player, you fuck it up. You're not a champion. But go ahead.
So that is the most. I almost said the R word. That is the most ridiculous thing that you've ever said.
It's
NBA offseason. They're NBA players at present. Team USA is playing in the FIBA World Cup. Yeah, no, I didn't see it either, America. I'm not watching this shit. Nobody is.
I watched it.
You're a loser.
Whatever.
But my point is this: why they're over there? They played early this morning.
Yep.
Because they're on the other side of the world right now, and they beat Jordan, not M. Jordan, but the country Jordan. They beat him 110. Hey, I got to deal with you every day. I can't assume that they're smart.
No, wow.
But listen, they beat
the views
Jordan.
of Willie So are not the views of everybody on the stage.
They beat Jordan. I think it was 110 to 62.
Yes.
Why is Team USA even involving themselves in this shit? Why?
This is practice shit.
Practice for what? It's Team USA.
It's for the season.
It's an all-star team over there playing on like goat farmers.
I don't know if they all-star team now. Oh, now, goddammit. You can't talk about the other. All of them ain't goat farmers now.
Okay, so they had a little run, a little rough go against Germany. Then they went on like a 36-0 run and beat them by 10. After that, they ain't had a
Germany
problem with them.
team has probably the most NBA players on their team is goddamn USA.
Dirk retired.
And talk about Dirk. You got what's my man name? The black guy that used to play for the Lakers. Schroeder. He's on the team. Wagner. He's on that team. They're both Wagner brothers on the team. They got some other people on the team.
I think you're proving my point for me. Thank you.
But they got enough NBA players to compete.
This is an exercise in futility, America. I don't know why, in God's name, you send an all-star team. I like it when we were sending the elite college players over there. At least it would be challenging.
They ass whoop after a while.
At least it was challenging. And then so they caught up to them. Get better. But now when you sending the dream teams over there,
it's because the college teams got caught up too. We wanted to show our dominance. Don't think you got time.
I understand why they're doing it. At this point in time in life, it just seems useless.
Look at man. Plus, it's good practice for the team.
But it's not a team. You got Jason Tatum, Boston Celtics, Anthony Edwards, Minnesota Timberwolves. It's not like they're playing with their team.
No,
it's an all-star team.
You're right. It's also a team, but it's good practice for them in the offseason that you call the offseason, which none of them are offseason. They always play the other leagues and shit. And
so you send 15 cats over there, and then you think like that's some type of season, and they're playing off-brand people like Mo Wagner. Come on,
practice.
Man.
I said practice,
and that's exactly what these exhibitions are. It's practice,
keeping your mind ready for the real season, NBA season.
It's useless. But here's something. Speaking of them playing on a world stage, Noah Lyles, track star, American track star.
Fucking loser, but
choice. Hey man,
talk about he fast. He got his ass whoop all the time. Go ahead.
Look, he was on the 100-meter relay team. They got gold. I mean, they had a world championship.
Yeah, thanks to the other three motherfuckers. But go ahead.
That's just salt and hate.
I used to like Noah Lyles, but come on, dude. He got toasted in the 100-meter dash.
Yeah, he did. But nonetheless, even if he can't run, he knows how to run his mouth. So what he said was he didn't like how NBA champions, like say
the Denver Nuggets,
Jokic, Murray, whomever, he doesn't like it how they refer to themselves as world champions. Now, America, let's talk. You and I know that that's ridiculous. We know that the best basketball players in the world, for the most part, reside in this country. I mean, the game has grown internationally. But as I'm sitting here telling you about the FIBA World Cup, where the U.S. team is running rock shock over everybody else because they're the best players in the world. So when they win the NBA championship, they're the world champions. De facto, if you want to say it that way. True?
I'm not a big believer in what he says. I mean, I'm not a big believer in Noah Miles. But I'll tell you this. And I see where you're coming from. Because it's a big world. We got other leagues. Mm-hmm. When they champion, they call themselves the world champion. You are the NBA champions. That's what you are. Because you won NBA. And if you go to the world champions, you go to FIBA and you whip everybody else's ass.
Which they are doing.
Right. So,
and when they go to the Olympics, same way.
There you go. So that's when you call yourself the world champion. To me, you're NBA champion now because you're in the league.
I think the whole concept is ridiculous.
I mean, hold on. I mean, just to me, this is my personal opinion. To me, just because you say some names like world champion, NBA champion, it's just semantics to me.
Sure.
You're a champion. You're champion of that, whatever you did. Because you want to be a world champion? I don't give a fuck. He might care. I don't know why he care. He ain't no world-class champion. I'm just saying.
Maybe that's
but
why.
I see what he's saying because there's a big world out here.
Maybe that's why he had something to say because that's the only way he gets to talk about world champions.
Unless he relay. Him up.
I'm not.
God damn it.
I'm not even.
I had a lot of faith in that man today. Motherfuckers toasted you in that fucking.
So
in the Olympics. I was like,
at that
goddamn.
point, I think we'll end this segment by saying the moral of this story is no allows. Shut the fuck up.
Pretty much. Or go play NBA, see what you can do.
Anyway, that's what we've been talking about at the bar. This has been Sports in Layman's Terms. Yeah, I know y'all done heard him something really stupid today.
What you about to choose? Come on now, stop it.
What you can do
I
is
think
you
I'm
could,
stupid every day.
we're aware. You could chime in, catch us on Twitter, Layterm Sports. Catch us on Facebook, Sports in Layman's Terms. Drop a comment. Check in on some of the topics that we post about. You can even catch us, email us, Layman's Terms Sports at Gmail. Talk to us.
Hey, we got
Tell
one
us
guy
how you feel.
with a comment.
Who's that?
I don't say his name, but he said, "Where's that white guy? He's hilarious."
Where's the white guy?
Guess who said it?
The white guy.
I'm pretty much sure he did.
This has been Sports in Layman's Terms. Cheers.
Good night, folks.